All to be Smigos and possible. I'm Migos. My name is Taff316. It is week 53. Is it 53 or 54? I already forgot. It's 53 of reading your comments. But it technically week 54, but it's episode 53 because last week doesn't count because it was a 1 year special. So it's episode 53, but week 54. It's also Thursday, so let's read some comments. Feel it's unnerved to have some hotel chocolate. It's a shame the nearest stores in walking distance. I don't have any in the house. Oh wait, yes I do, damn it. But you don't deserve any. Joke's on you, I bought some. The Milkman episode of Father Ted is aka Speed 3. Should definitely be next. Well, it seems like there's a lot of interest in that, and whenever I react to Father Ted, it's definitely something that gets suggested to me. So yeah, whenever we do Father Ted 5, which will happen sometime in the future, that'll be the episode we do. I'm convinced that in a millennia or two, the MCU will have Jesus twatting aliens with a big cross alongside Captain China and Cockroach Man, as cockroaches will be the only other life forms left on a planet named Superhero after. True. A bit pessimistic, but perhaps Taff worship will be the largest religion in the world then. Having noted the wisdom of the Messiah, the righteous shall cast out those who don't deserve an eternity of watching Doctor Who, donned by Blobby Mask, and know if they don't follow his example, they shall suffer an eternal afterlife of watching kids get hit by trains. Let us cringe. I can't tell if that's the greatest or worst thing I've ever read in my life. Let Me Show Christmas Special is available for full on YouTube, so you can do a full reaction here without issues. Okay, that's good to know. I'm not going to do the Christmas Special because I already have, maybe next year, I have all the rest of the Christmas stuff lined up already, but I still do want to have Let Me Show, and I have a regular episode, so that's good to know that it'll be good for YouTube. I think you just took my comments cherry. Well, you're welcome. Was it as good for you as it was for me? Steve, where have you been hiding? Haven't seen you since 2019. That's such a good fucking joke. Yes, already missing the Christmas intro screen. Well, you'll see it back in Christmas this year, don't worry. What do you guys think of the Christmas intro? I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was a little bit longer than a normal intro. Normal intro is like 12 seconds. The Christmas intro was about 18 seconds. So it's a little bit longer, but I thought it was really cool. All of me amigos and possible amigas. My name is what's my name? Forgot my name. I'm doing the read the comments again. What a coincidence. So am I. Fred Dibno was a staplejack who was known for his love of steam engines. There's quite a few documentaries made about him over the years. He died some time ago, but he was certainly a bit of a character and much loved. Interesting. Well, I could look into maybe one of the documentaries or something about him if it's something people are interested in. I personally dislike those little box in the corner reactions. I think it looks rather naff. What you do is quality. I like the fact that you watch the entire program and put it on full screen. Gives a feeling of watching a show with a good friend rather than just being more of a mere reaction video. That's what makes you so different and unique, so keep with the great work. Well, thank you. That's actually really fucking nice. That's actually really fucking nice, so thank you. That means a lot to me. I watch this stuff on my desktop. Apparently I'm a creaky old codger. You know what's funny? One thing was interesting, one thing really cool about Vimeo, back when I used to use that, is they gave me like personalized stats from like what platform most people watch my videos on. And I think like 65%, if I remember, of my Vimeo audience used tablets and handheld devices, like tablets and phones, which was really interesting. I didn't expect it to be that high, but yeah, I guess comment down below. What do you watch on? Do you watch on phone? Do you watch on a tablet? Do you watch on your computer? Do you watch on laptop? What do you watch on? Your reaction to Will and the In-Betweeners kicking the door in his neighbor's face was priceless. That might have been the funniest thing I've seen in that show. For me, it's probably between that and Neil punching that fish in like, what was it, episode 7 maybe? Somewhere around there. But it's between those two things for the funniest things I've seen in those show. Hey Noah, have you ever thought about reacting to Fresh Meat? It has Jack Whitehall and Joe Thomas, some from the In-Betweeners, along with an equally good cast of characters bumbling for life at Manchester University. Seriously underrated Channel 4 show. I've gotten a lot of suggestions on that. I would like to see you react to Frankie Boyle in Russia. He travels to Russia during the build-up to the World Cup. You don't have to worry about copyright either, it's already on YouTube. Yeah, it seems like most Frankie Boyle stuff doesn't have any copyright on it at all. Like, he doesn't really copyright stuff, which is cool, I suppose. I've heard a lot about Fresh Meat. I'm gonna be surprised if I don't have an episode of that. Let's see. Fresh, why won't you search? I would like to search, please. There we go. Fresh Meat. Yes, I have it. Season 1, Episode 1, Channel 4. So, sure, we could do that in the future. You don't react to reading a comments. I mean, that's technically correct. Unless somebody made a reaction video to this video. Ashton and John probably would if you paid them. Ashton and John have the personality of Coastal Fog. Hey man, let's actually... Yeah, you're completely right. What am I saying? Hi from one of the Wednesday people. We're similar to the Tomorrow people, but from Wednesdays. Aha, I see. Well, hello again to the Wednesday people, if you happen to be watching this early on Wednesday. For those of you who don't know, if you become a Patreon of me on Patreon, and I don't have tiers or anything, you can be a Patreon for $1 or whatever. The rewards you get are, you get to see videos, in addition to there being monthly Patreon polls, you get to see the, videos a day early. So the patrons get this on Wednesday, and they also get the reaction videos a day early as well. Taft still has nightmares about trains. Nah, of course not. I got over my train phobia a long time ago. I've been watching you for a long time, a regular in your streams, and now, only now, I've noticed that you wear glasses. Glasses? What the hell are you talking about? I'd really love to see another Red Dwarf episode though. There's one to be apt for the current situation, Quarantine. Maroon perhaps is suitable also. And there's still the fan favorites like Back to Reality, Demons and Angels, Dimension Jump. I could name a few a dozen episodes that are for essential viewing. Quarantine, huh? Would that be in poor taste? Or would that be perfect? Would that be in poor taste to do right now, or would that be absolutely perfect? I don't know. That's tempting. Okay, this opening comment is really, really fucking long, but it answers a lot of the questions I was wondering about the In-Betweeners 2 movie, so we're gonna read it. Here we go. I'm in a bit of an In-Betweener stand, so maybe I can shed some light for you. Regarding Will and Neil's girlfriends from the first movie, they talk about their respective breakups in two lead scenes, which were featured on the movie's second movie's DVD release. No idea why these scenes didn't make the final cut, and I haven't seen them in a while, but if I remember correctly, during the scene where they're sitting at the pub in the Harry Potter fancy dress, Neil explains that he and Lisa weren't seeing each other anymore, no reason given, but they still exchanged nudes, which he shows off to the other boys. Will mentions Allison when they're on a plane to Australia, a scene that features Neil destroying the plane's toilet with his poo. Will figures out by talking to the others that she's blocked him on Facebook, and is now seeing a new, better-looking guy. Again, no reason for their breakup, okay. I just assume that Will's relationship with Allison is similar to his one with Charlotte, that it was just her rebound playing, and then it was just her rebound plaything after another guy messed her around. I guess the same applies to Katie in a way. Maybe it's just Will's type. That's fair enough. I know Lucy turning psycho bothered a lot of people, but I think it was believable enough. Guessing her change was some sort of reference to holiday romances going sour. Like, a lot of people can seem cool when you first meet him, especially when they're away from reality. But there's just normal everyday life assumes you start getting a truer picture of them. I'm in the minority of actually thinking I liked the second movie better than the first. The end felt like more like a true In-Betweeners movie, and like the Hollywood-style happy ending in the first, which is why Jane rejecting Jay didn't bother me. The only thing I was key on is how badly Will was treated by like everyone. It's just depressing seeing a character who is so well-meaning and desperate for acceptance being dumped on so constantly, even by people who are supposed to be his friends. I think that there's something personal to me that I was definitely a Will when I was younger, sans the briefcase. My apologies for the massive comment. Love your reaction videos, by the way. Wish other reactors would take time to watch the whole thing instead of dipping into clip reels. The jokes aren't funny in isolation without knowing the characters. Thank you for taking the time to do it properly. Well, thank you for the comment. Now let's dissect this a little bit. I'm glad there at least was deleted scenes of explaining what happened to Lisa and Allison. It's still not good enough, and I still don't think it does their characters justice, but I think that at the very least should have been in the movie to give some sort of explanation instead of just glossing over it like it didn't happen, like it did in the final cut. Allison looking for a rebound? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. She did start going, but a flaw in your logic is that in the first movie, she was interested in Will before she broke up with the other guy. She even made that pact with him to have sex with him if he hadn't in a year, while she was still dating that guy. And sure, it was with the stipulation that she wasn't still dating the guy, but she wouldn't have made that pact if she wasn't interested in him already. So that's a flaw in your logic. But Lucy turning psycho, Barbara P was believable enough. It could have been, but I still think it was lazy. I'm sorry, I think it was just a lazy gag to do a lol domestic abuse, storyline. I think it was lazy. I'm sorry. Better than the first, I definitely disagree. Here's the thing. Well, you said Will well-meaning. I don't know about all that, but he is definitely desperate for acceptance, that's for sure. I don't think he's a good person. though. I don't think any of them are good people, other than I don't know if I can necessarily call Neil a bad person just because Neil doesn't have any brain cells, you know? I think Neil is just too stupid to be called a bad person. I just think Neil doesn't know any better. The other of them know better. They're just not good people. And the Hollywood-style ending, I wouldn't consider it a Hollywood-style ending. I would consider it development and a proper wrap-up, to be honest, as far as the first movie goes. I think the problem with this show, especially ending the third series, is that it followed the same... You begin to notice it followed the same formula every episode. Like, you'll see this if you haven't seen it already. You can see it on Dailymotion or when I re-upload to YouTube. I think it was episode 12. I pretty much correctly predicted what was going to happen throughout the entire episode before it happened because it was obvious. It becomes the same formula every time. You know, they get in a scenario, it looks like it's going to go bad, it might go good, and then at the end, all the shit hits the fan. You know, it's the same formula every time. And it's a credit to the writers that they're able to take the same formula every time and we're able to still consistently make it funny. That's definitely a testament to the writers. But it was still stale, you know, and I thought the first movie and the change of formula was a good wrap-up, and I feel like they just reverted all the characters and reverted everything with the second movie. So, but thank you for all the information. I'm gonna have to disagree on a lot of the points, but I appreciate it. Honestly, Father Ted is a more strikingly realistic depiction of Ireland than you could possibly imagine. Interesting. If I ever go to Ireland, I'll keep that in mind. I feel like I should one day because I have Irish roots and I have a lot of Irish family. I need to do one of these Ancestry.com things at one point here. I don't know what the best one is. There's a bunch of them, but I should do one of these eventually. Are those online family trees legit? Some of them are. Yeah, some of them are definitely scams. So that's why I should... probably, if I do that, I should do some fucking research and see, like, which ones are the legit ones, because some of them are definitely probably scams. But yeah, there's some legit ones out there. Ancestry.com and 23andMe are the most commonly used in legit DNA sites out there. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know that. Again, we might, I feel like if I do one of those, I should show you guys the results, huh? Maybe, unless it reveals too private information. But now, maybe like, no, maybe not one of those. Maybe if I do like a DNA type test. I don't know. Unless I get something really interesting from the ancestry. I don't know if I want to give my ancestors away. But maybe if I do one of them like them DNA tests. But that's kind of pointless because I'm just white. Like I don't think there's much of a point in that. But if I find out I'm related to anybody historic, I'll let you know. Be careful. Any DNA test you do could be passed to various US government agencies. Okay. And? What are they gonna do? Use my ethnicity against me? Oh no. That fucking white kid. We gotta get him. Now we know exactly how white he is. Like, okay. An old game from 2007 and you were 9 or 10. You just made me feel like a right old fart because I just downloaded an album I had on cassette tape when I was 13. That album was from 1984. You wanna feel old again? Kids born in 2007 are now 13 years old. That makes me feel old. Not sure, but I think the main guy in white gold was never Bruno Langley. Really? Well, that's good information to know. I don't have all the information, so I'm going to have to look into that myself. But yeah, if that's true, that definitely changes my plans of possibly doing that show, because I stated this before, when I reluctantly featured a couple Doctor Who episodes with Bruno Langley in it. I am not in the business of giving sexual predators a platform, personally. There's a reason why you'll never see anything from Jimmy Savile on this channel. You know, I'm not in the business of giving those people platforms. So, if that's true, I'm looking into it for myself. But if that's true, yeah, that might change my plans a bit. Anyone interested in the World's End reaction might put it in the folder if people want it. He actually did put it in the folder, and I think we'll get to it at some point, because it's the next logical step. I've seen Hot Fuzz now, I've seen Shaun of the Dead before, so we might as well wrap it up. Danny Filth from Cradle of Filth was on Nevermind the Buzzcocks once, and the other guests were convinced he was a real vampire. You know, it's funny, because the episode of Nevermind the Buzzcocks I saw, Noel Fielding was on there, and I was convinced he was a real vampire. You don't deserve to read my comment. Well, fuck you! I know as regards reactors, I agree. I think the old saying is variety is the spice of life applies. Yeah, I mean, and just in addition to watching other people, you know, it helps that myself and some of these other reactors are very different people. And I think that's important, is watching different kinds of people with different viewpoints and stuff like that. Even if you don't necessarily agree with them, it's good to take in different viewpoints. And if you don't like them, then you can just click off them. But it's good to know what different thoughts people have on things and all that, you know, instead of just being, if you're funneling in one viewpoint all the time, you know, that's not good as far as having a broad outreach on life, you know, goes. You gotta take in multiple viewpoints and see what everybody thinks and inform your own opinion. Because at the end of the day, what do you think? You know, don't take somebody's opinion and make it yours, but see what everybody else thinks and then decide what you think. I want to have a big Zoom party with Postmodern Family, Wandering Ravens, and India Reacts. So I've actually never heard of Wandering Ravens in India Reacts. As far as Postmodern Family goes, I've talked about this before, but I feel like they don't know who I am, I'm pretty sure, and that's probably a good thing, because if they knew who I was, they probably wouldn't like me. You know? Like, me and them are different. And again, us being different is a good thing. It's good to have variety. But we are different to the point where I doubt they would be fond of me. 3 5s in a row, huh? Maybe you should now do 3 6s in a row. That would be devilishly good. You proud of yourself? I'm confident your English accent wouldn't be anywhere near as bad as Keanu Reeves and Bram Stoker's Dracula. I have not seen that, but I am very intrigued now.
Yes, sir. I will give it my full attention.
Do you ever get annoyed with people leaving pointless comments like this one in the hope that you'll read them out in your comment videos? No. No, well... Nah. Well, if you're having skin issues, try an electric shaver, or better you still grow a beard. Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Grow a beard. That's funny. I'm not physically able to grow facial hair, my dude. I've never shaved my face in my life. I'm 22. I have never once shaved my face, ever, because I'm not physically capable of growing facial hair. It just don't work out for me. Do you ever worry that you might accidentally read the same comment twice? No, I usually have a pretty good grasp on the comments I've read and the comments I haven't. Do you ever worry that you might accidentally read the same comment twice? No, I usually have a pretty good grasp on the comments I've... Wait a minute. I wonder what Christmas short film will be this year's Christmas Day reaction. The Gruffalo, maybe? Sounds good to me. For those of you who don't know, might be new to the channel, the last 2 years we have done a reaction to a British Christmas film on Christmas. In 2018, it was Snowman. I also did the Snowman and the Snow Dog about 5 days later. And in 2019, it was Father Christmas. So the Gruffalo, yeah, I've never seen it, so sounds good to me this year. What's going on with this? Hey, cut it! Just cut it. Cut it. Just stop it. Just cut the tape. It's glitching. It's not worth it. Just go to the intro. It's being weird. Just cut it off. Just play the intro. Hey, excuse me. Hey, stop it. Cut it. Cut it now. What is that? That's not the right one. No, it's not the right one. That's the old one. That's the really old one. Not that one. The newer one. Play that one. Hey, what the fuck did I just... Cut it! Cut it! Stop it! No, it's not Christmas. It's fucking August. I know because I'm boiling alive right now. I would know if it was Christmas. That is not the correct one. Play the new one. The short one. The new short one. Not the old one. Not the Christmas one. The new short one. Cut it now. Listen, that's technically correct, but I said the short one. Does this look short to you? No. That's 12 seconds. 12 seconds isn't short. The other one's 4 seconds. Find the 4-second one and play that. It's the last chance you get or you're fucking fired. There we go. Jesus. Hola mis amigos impossible amigas. My name is Tavern. This isn't even the right background music. Cut it. Cut it. Please. It's not the right one. It's the fucking... That's a Christmas one. Play the other one, please. No, not the Super Mario Sunshine one. No. Cut it. No. The other one. The one with the piano. The 6-minute one. Play that one. Thank you. I'm looking forward to Jolly Boy's outing reaction. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Can I suggest something? One of the best Only Fools episodes is Time on Our Hands, which is a Christmas special. Would you be able to do that one at Christmas? I probably could, yeah. I'll definitely try to do an Only Fools this Christmas. Some of you probably could have guessed this, but just to make it official, I will be doing the same thing this December that I did last December. For those of you who might be new subs to the channel and don't know what I'm talking about, in December of 2019, I had a Christmas month. There's actually a whole playlist. I think it's December 2019 reactions. I did a whole Christmas month. I did a reaction every 2 days, every day of the month, and every single video was Christmas themed. It wasn't necessarily Christmas shows. We were watching normal shows we normally watch, but Christmas themed episodes. We even watched the Flopper Ted Christmas special, which reminds me, I'm trying to do Flopper Ted and IT Crowd every month, so I might have to either not do those in December this month, or this year, or just make an exception. Or maybe I'll do like 2 the previous month or something of each. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm doing an Ever Christmas month this year. Don't react to Time on Your Hands at Christmas. That is essentially the final episode of the whole thing. You have many other episodes you need to see first. Got you. Thank you for letting me know. I have... The next Only Fools episode will probably be in October. I'm probably not going to do one this month, considering I did 2 last month within like a 10-day span. There's 3 episodes I'm currently considering. Yuppie Love, Rodney Come Home, because I think Rodney Come Home is a special right after Jolly Boy's outing in it. And I think Yuppie Love's where he meets Cassandra, Rodney does. I think so. And also, I don't know the name, but the episode after Granddad dies in the first episode with Uncle Albert. Those are the 3 episodes I have in mind right now for the one in October. I'd say Faulty Towers is a good candidate for a monthly reaction. Yeah, it's only like 12 episodes, right? It's crazy I haven't done a thing of that, right? It really is kind of crazy. I think it'd do really well even though it's on Daily Motion. Even though it's Daily Motion, I think it'd do really well. That's probably the most popular show I haven't done yet, if I'm being honest, so... We gotta get to that pretty soon here. Please do the Royal Family Christmas episode, the new sofa in December. Okay, well this is another thing I'll need to take suggestions on. If I continue with the Royal Family, and I very well could, it got the numbers. It did 2.2 on Daily Motion. The minimum I would like to do a sequel of something on Daily Motion is 1.5. So it did more than enough. The question I pose to you is, should I do them in order? Or would it be okay to skip around? Let me know. Sure, the original celebration was for foiling the plot. A tradition was to make a stuffed guy, which you would cart for the streets, calling it Penny for the Guy, which was to raise funds for the fireworks and bonfire for the night of the 5th. Yeah, I read up a little bit on it. Apparently, like, he wasn't the only guy involved. He was just blamed for it, too, I guess. It's kind of fucked up. Did the other guys just, like, I can't remember, did they just get away with it? Was it just him that took the rap? How do you feel about murder mystery type shows? A lot of good British ones that might be fun to react to at some point. Yeah, I feel like a good murder mystery show could be fun. The only murder mystery type deal I think I've seen... Well, Hot Fuzz counts, yeah? Yeah, that's murder mystery. Yeah, Hot Fuzz is hilarious. But you're talking, like, serious, right? Like, non-comedy murder mystery? Because I feel like the only murder mystery stuff I've seen on the channel was comedy, like Hot Fuzz and then A Touch of Cloth, which is a parody of it as well. But serious murder mystery, yeah, I think it could be fun. The American Red Dwarf remake, or at least the one I saw, had a few funny jokes in it, but it was far more concerned with cracking jokes than it was establishing character or situation. Also, the guy they got to play Lister was horribly miscast, even the actor himself admits this, but the guy they got for the cat probably would have worked had they managed to get the show off the ground. Still, I'm pretty glad they didn't make it. You know, maybe for any future American remakes of UK shows they're gonna do, maybe they should just throw money at the guys who did the US Office, because I'm not saying it's the only one that's ever succeeded, but in modern television, yeah, it might be the only one that's ever succeeded. Yes, I've been to Ben Dorm many times, but only on day-to-day visits while stealing elsewhere. I wouldn't be into the whole resort or hotel thing, saying the same morons every day and fighting over a sun lounger. Fair enough. I prefer to rent a house, hire a car, go into the hills, explore all castles and stuff. Also fair enough, that sounds fun. It is, though, very much as it's portrayed in the show, full of tacky English-German bars and greasy spoon cafes selling the usual gunk. The beaches are nice, though. Well, I imagine I don't know if it's open right now because of everything going on. Probably not. I wonder if it still holds up as far as 2019 at the very least goes, or early 2020, probably. And I imagine, just a guess, but I'm willing to guess the tourism went up quite a bit after the TV show. Personally, I think you should do the Ricky Gervais show in order because they refer back to previous jokes, so if you do it randomly, there'll be episodes you don't get. That's a fair point. I didn't think about that. It's doing a little poorly early on, the second episode is, but First episode did that too, so if it picks up and we end up doing more, then yeah, maybe I'll go in order. Yeah, Brexit's finished. Now it's time for Brexit 2, Living in the Aftermath. Yeah, meanwhile, we're preparing for possibility of 4 more years of Donald Trump as president, so good luck to us both. Brexit isn't quite done. It'll be official on the 1st of January, but they still haven't decided whether we're leaving with a deal or not, so it's on the news quite a lot. What does that mean, though? Like, if you leave with a deal, then, like, there's certain benefits, or, like, you stay maybe in certain tariffs, or, like, with certain agreements with the EU, whether with no deal you just cut ties completely? How does that work? If there was a no-deal Brexit, then there could be extra border checks, particularly between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and between France and Dover. While it doesn't sound too bad, but consider there are thousands of trucks going both directions every day, and it's going to be delayed, whereas now you can drive off the train, stay in the road between both Calais and Folkestone, probably butchered both those names, but you know. People from the UK visiting and working in the EU could get their roaming charges on their phone and might need to apply for a special driver's license. With no deal, there'll be no transition periods. This will come into effect straight away on the 1st of January. So what's it looking like, then? Is it looking like there's going to be a deal? Because I'm recording this on the 2nd of November, so about 2 months away. We're running out of time as far as that goes. So what is it looking like? Is it looking like there's going to be a deal? Or is it looking like not? Happy Guy Fawkes Night, dudes, or at least it was when this comment was made. May not be the biggest celebrations we're accustomed to, but enjoyed all the same. England thinking of you during lockdown. Stay strong, folks. Yeah, for sure. Although, I don't know if anyone heard the encouraging news, but an American company recently released their results of their vaccine testing and stated that it's 90% effective, over 90% effective. And according to Dr. Anthony Fauci, who is a well-known doctor over here who the current president is trying to demonize, and it was actually on the verge of losing his job because Trump said that he might fire Fauci if he won a second term, which he didn't. Fauci said that, well, one, there's also another company who might release their results this week. And if they're very effective as well, then, because I think the U.S. government said they only need to be over 50% effective to be released, and there's one company saying it's 90+% effective. This other company is pretty effective as well. Then potentially by next month we could have multiple different vaccines coming out. Now it's going to take a while to distribute, not just across the country, but across the world as well. But things are looking up, ladies and gentlemen. Things might just be, it's not a guarantee, I want to say. It's not a guarantee. It hasn't been approved. Like, it still needs to go for final testing and approved by the FDA and all that. But things are looking up. Yas, more Vicar of Dipley. Last time he did one, I fainted while walking down the stairs. Not sure why. Huh. Well, maybe just sit down from now on. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Reading Your Comments. Per usual, the comments in this video were pulled from last week's episode of Reading Your Comments, American Reacts Steel Game 10. Actually, no, that was from last week's. American Reacts to Would I Lie to You 8, was it? And American Reacts to Red Dwarf 5. Now, I would tell you the videos to comment to get your comments read in the comment section or in the comment video next week, but next week's Reading Your Comments will not be a normal episode of Reading Your Comments. It will not be a numbered episode. It is going to be the 1-year anniversary special. The 2-year anniversary special. 2-year anniversary special of Reading Your Comments. For those of you who didn't see the 1-year special, you can go back in the playlist and look at it. The 1-year special was basically what was I did I'm trying to explain. I did a compilation of the best comments from every Reading Your Comments video from then up until that special. So I think it was like 1 to 52 or something. Was it 52? Let me see. I think it might have been, 1 to 52. So Reading Your Comments 53 to 102. Well, next week in the Reading Your Comments 2-year anniversary special, we'll have a compilation of the best comments from 53 all the way to 102. And then so next week's 2-year anniversary special will not count as 103. The episode after that will be 103. It will not be a numbered episode. It will be the special. But it will count as an official episode, just not a numbered episode.